what's up? It's DTM, and we're gonna go over it again and again and again and again, baby, because I ran out of content like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. But anyways, I was at the beach, and I hit the markets on Saturday, and I go get some snacks. I didn't get much today. I don't need much. I got honey and lemons, actually, for the master cleanse. You're always cleansing. Pretty soon the world's going to understand what we are, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody should be cleansing. But anyways, I go to this market over here, and I just got honey, and I think, and that's about it. And then I went to the other market and got some sugar cane. So liquid, diet. And then on Saturdays, I hit the markets, and then I go over to, I try to make it down to Secrets Beach. So I went on down to Secrets, just ripping down. By the time you get to the end of Second Beach, you can take your clothes off. That's kind of like the, unofficial line of nudity, So I took my shorts off, and I just realized that, it's really about, because when I was walking with my shorts, well, here's the TMI. When the Mr. Wigglesworth was exposed to the air and swinging in the wind, it just hit me. It was a revelation that, like, that is where I felt like the real health started flowing through my electromagnetic energy field. You know what I mean? It sounds kind of crazy, but then I realized that probably the single, Jesus said it in the Gospel of Peace too, so, you know what I mean? It's not just some crazy hippie guy running around naked at Secrets Beach saying, take off your shoes and your clothes, and surround yourself with fresh air and sunshine if you want to heal. That's if you want to heal, and then eat the sunlight foods and drink the sunlight liquids, and then do the sunlight exercises, which then opens everything up so that the life force can flow through all the obstructions. Because we have many different types of energetic obstructions, and that's the path that we're on. So if you aim for the top of the mountain and you're persistent, then all other aims will be met automatically. So when it comes to our health, finding some sunlight and some fresh air away from the radiation. I was thinking on my way back up the trail that the most important thing that I do is put down the phone and stay away from the radiation. And the second most important thing that I do is make videos and, use the radiation to upload those videos and manage this little YouTube social media thing that I've had going for 15 years. So isn't that interesting? But that's why a lot of the things that I do, I don't really post. I'm at home, the Wi-Fi's there. I just, make the videos, upload them. But the real stuff is actually outside, like I was today, playing in the stream, bathing in the, the spring that's just popping out of the wall, basically, an underground aquifer that just comes right out of the wall, and you just bathe in that, and that purifies you, and you bathe in the ocean waves, and you bathe in the sunlight, and you bathe in the oxygen, and there's no radiation down there, so that's not messing up mostly your pineal gland because of the frequency that's being used by the technology. They could have used 1,000 other frequencies. They had to choose the one that ruins your pineal gland. It's kind of like the people don't realize that the evil is actually, because there is ignorance and dumb, but then there is evil genius that understands like what mercury, aluminum, and fluoride, particularly the aluminum and the fluoride, does to your pineal gland. And what is your pineal gland? It's your antenna to God. So if there was a bad vibing kind of a dude i.e., Satan, if you will, that wanted to obstruct your deal, he'd be doing it with radiation and blappers into your intramuscular infusion as a child, and then you'd be automatically cut off, and then all the pesticides and the glyphosate also. And all these things lead to a calcified, flabby, inreceptive pineal gland. So we're doing everything we can to get healthy. It's 25 years down the road, and there was this Chinese doctor, and then my friend, he's there making the sugar cane, and she's the Chinese doctor, and I go, oh, that's interesting, and he goes, oh, this ought to be a good conversation, because she asked me, oh, you've been raw for 25 years, and I'm like, yeah, and she's like, oh, you're the only one that can do it. Now the thing is hopefully she never sees this, because she's a nice lady, but there's health, like the glowing skin of the 50-year-old, and then there's the not glowing skin. The glowing skin, I don't ever try to be too fluffy buffy, but I look fairly decent for my age, I guess. Anyways. And then there's the 50-year-old, Chinese medical doctor that uses herbs and cooked food that does not have the shiny skin. And so that's just kind of like and I know that people can't make it raw. We have devolved, and the level that's required of the spiritual development that's required, the energetic development that's required, the dietary knowledge, the detoxification to get the systems regenerated in order to be able to thrive on real live food, because the live food is always pushing the dead thoughts, the dead ideas, the dead sludge, the dead slime, the dead microbes, the dead parasites, and you're always constantly at battle. So you have to go through the one huge battle, and then you got to stay there with it. You know what I mean? That's why the water fasting is tough as nails, but it'll kill all that crap off and get rid of some of the sludge. That's the crazy thing. I mean, these videos go on and on forever, because then these new things keep popping into my head, but I'm almost to my destination. But there's just a pathway, because the fruit and things can be solvents for different rubber and waxy issue in the body. Then the fasting does a certain thing, but certain people think, and I used to think this too, that fasting is the only way. But then there's a lot of these rubberous, fibrin, calcareous type deposits that are different kinds of material from the different types of things we've been exposed to, that require some solvent action to soften up, and then then the fasting can be used to finally get it out. But then you got to go back and forth, kind of. So there's no one right path. But that's why I say shoot for the top of the mountain, and rely on your own inner guru, and it will guide you, and then you can learn everything you can about just staying the course and going back and forth between the water fasting, the juice fasting, the fruit diets, and periods of building, so that you don't end up super depleted either. So it's a real fine dance, and persistence is the only thing that's actually going to really work in the long run. And if anyone tells you they're the one right person with the one right answer, then run the other way, because there's no such a thing. Because the journey is, it goes on and on until you reach the final, beatitude, if you will. So anyways, it goes on and on. I don't mean to cut these videos off in the middle, but it's, they just keep going and going, because you can always nuance. And what you want to do is try to help people to understand, as much as possible in a very short amount of time, with 25 years of experience, 24, whatever, and 30 years on the juicing, and just health and stuff, and exercise, and the kids coming up the trail. That was another thing. I mean, the kids are out of shape. The kids are 10, 12, 13 years old and just out of shape. And I'm like, phew. And they're like, it's like they're complaining, weird, right? Like when we were kids, we were like, yeah, cool, we get to go out at recess, run around, move around. Nowadays, the kids are like walking up a hill and they're like, oh, this sucks, you know? And I'm like, this is awesome. I always love coming back up from secrets, whether it's muddy and I slide all the way down and then it's sliding all the way up on the way up. But the fitness and stuff, I'm not always saying that I'm a bundle of energy every day, but a lot of times you just got to get out and get moving. And once the blood starts pumping and the energy starts flowing, the meridians open up, and then you start, once you get moving, you start absorbing energy from other, you know, cosmic radiation and stuff. Here's the lawnmower man. Okay, I love you guys. Get outside and play. Can you dig it? I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.